It's a top 25 high noon showdown inside Doak on Saturday afternoon. Welcome to your official game preview brought to you by shop.seminoles.com. I'm Scott Kotick. Maryland poses the most complete team the Seminoles have seen thus far this season. A high-powered offense, a defense that forces turnovers and has great blitz schemes, and of course great special teams. It's one that head coach Jimbo Fisher says is going to be quite the challenge.
Playing great football. Special teams are doing a good job. Got great returners because they're dynamic and they're athletic. Guys on offense are returning that ball. So going to be a great game. We got to get better this week and improve and try to win another conference game. And it's a double whammy game because it's an interdivisional game.
I'm going to prepare myself more just by them being at home. We don't want to lose at home. And by them being a great team, by them being highly ranked, and by them being very explosive on offense and having a good defense, I mean, we're not going to go into any game differently. But I know I have to be on top of my game for us to win this game.
To us, we take it as a challenge. We got a very good offense, aggressive offense, and they got a very good aggressive defense. So, it just going to come down to, who make the most mistakes.
Everyone we play, we feel like it's going to bring their A game. We're Florida State, so we expect, people to bring their A game and play their best. So that's why we got to prepare for every game, every week, take everyone serious. So we prepare for it just as well as we prepare for any other game.
Now for more on the Seminole offense, here's Lane Hurt.
The Seminole offense will face its toughest test to date on Saturday against Maryland, who ranks 6th in the country in total defense. And through 4 games, the Terrapin defense has sacked the opposing quarterback 17 times, good for 2nd in the nation. The Maryland D likes to bring their pressure via the blitz. Whether it's linebackers, safeties, corners, the Maryland defense likes to bring it from every direction. And Jameis Winston knows that there's no way to fully prepare for that type of blitzing.
You can't prepare enough for that in practice because, you don't know where it's going to be coming, but we got to have a feel what's going to come, just like Coach Fisher tells me. Feel the rush and see the guys downfield. I'm not going to be looking forward to them blitzing, but we're going to be ready and prepared for it.
The good news, the Seminoles have thrived against pressure this season as they've made a ton of big plays, and Jameis Winston is one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the country throwing downfield, completing 67% of his passes when the ball travels more than 15 yards in the air. Winston will have to make a ton of decisions this weekend on whether to run with the ball or throw it and beat the team with his arm. If it is with his arm, he'll have a talented group of wide receivers who will be going up against a banged-up Maryland secondary, which will be without 2 of their top corners. The wide receivers know that this is something they practice, so they are ready to make big plays.
We definitely work on routes all the time. Us and the quarterbacks are like couples. We always spend time together, just to get that timing down and that, feel and build that trust.
It's like a car, once we get it cranked up, it's going. So, once I make that catch, I know Charlotte coming right behind me with another big catch, and then Kenny, so on.
For a breakdown of the Seminole defense versus the Maryland offense, here's Jonathan Shalacy.
Florida State allowed 397 yards against Boston College last week. Now they face a prolific offense, with C.J. Brown leading the pack. He leads the ACC in total offense and 2nd in scoring touchdowns and pass efficiency. Then you throw in Stephon Diggs, the best receiving game in the ACC this year, as well as Brendan Ross, the 4th best rusher in the ACC. It's a lot to handle for the Seminoles defense.
It brings a lot, to the table as a defense. We really have to be technique sound, really have to have great eye discipline. He's a great player. He has some awesome playmakers around him, so we definitely have to just stay technique sound and buy into what Coach Pruitt has to offer, what he's telling us.
Florida State is the #1 pass defense in the ACC this year. They've only allowed 1 team over 200 yards passing in the last 9 home games. They're also limiting opponents to 2.8 yards per carry inside Doak since 2010. Should be interesting to watch to see if Florida State can improve to 9 straight ACC wins.
Remember, Seminole fans, it is Parents Weekend this weekend, and it also marks the 35th anniversary of Osceola and Renegade coming out to Doak at high noon to celebrate the greatest tradition in all of college football. We can't wait for another top 25 showdown inside Doak. We'll see you on Saturday afternoon. I'm Scott Kotick for Seminoles.com.